We are currently in Moab, Utah. However, we did not start here. We started in Mexican Hat, Utah, but we had to bail out of there because the internet was pretty bad.
It was awful.
And we need kind of good internet so I can work during the week. So we went several different places throughout the Monument Valley area trying to find a place. Good proximity to things, had good internet, but we couldn't find it. So we did what we needed to do around the area, and then we drove 2 hours up to Moab. We were looking for somewhere still warm that you could go to. It's still winter. Everywhere.
Yeah.
So you can only go as far north as like Moab. I mean, and so it's still been pretty cold here.
Yeah,
like,
still chilly at night.
Yeah, the lows in the 20s and the highs. I think one day it was like 46. It's in the 50s now, which is pretty comfortable when the sun is out, but it's still chilly. But before we left Mexican Hat, we found some cool things to do around there. We took the drive through Valley of the Gods road, which drives directly through Valley of the Gods. Its views probably rival Monument Valley. We drove through Monument Valley, but obviously it's closed right now because of COVID still.
Right.
So the tours are off limits. The tours are closed. So we drove through it, and there were really tall monoliths, but Valley of the Gods is free.
It is. The way the road snakes through there, you can get really close to them. And because it's BLM, you can really just kind of go wherever you want to. Yep. Respectfully.
Yeah. So less crowds, it's free, you still get amazing sights, and yeah, you get like right up close to the bottom of those things. This place was, it was truly amazing to drive through.
It was awesome.
So yeah, that place is definitely worth driving through. We were a little hesitant because it's like a 17-mile road through the middle of nowhere. The road wasn't bad though.
No, not at all.
As long as you have enough gas and you have a capable vehicle. We saw like tiny cars going back through there and stuff. And there were tons of boondocking spots back there too. But the farther you get, like the more dip-ier the road gets. And so if you had a long rig, you would not fit through some of those things.
They were intense. It was, you wouldn't have time to
self-correct before you're just stuck. How embarrassing. We were talking how embarrassing that would be to get stuck like bottomed out in the middle of one of those dips in the middle of nowhere.
It'd be awful.
Yeah. So you know, we drive our rig into some questionable places and we would not go there.
No.
So that means that you should definitely not go there if you have a long rig. Close to where we were boondocked is the town of Mexican Hat, aptly named for a sombrero that's like upside down on top of a rock.
It's strange. I don't know why they named the whole town after this one rock.
It's kind of cool. You can see it from far away.
Yes.
But you can hike like around that thing, and we had gone to check this place out because you can boondock there too.
We were looking for internet.
We were looking for internet because this place is like within line of sight of the towers, but we still could not get internet there. I mean, well, 800 kilobits a second, not fast enough to function. And we were there. We saw these people like at the very top, like in the space
under the brim.
I'll show you, but it's like. Yeah, underneath the brim, it's way up there, and we're like, okay, so there must be a trail going up there.
Yeah.
We tried to go up there, and well, you'll see. Move on. So we are at Mexican Hat. It's clearly a sombrero upside down. I don't know why they didn't call it upside down sombrero, but they named the whole town after it. And there's supposed to be a sketchy trail to the top, so we're gonna see how far we can make it. This is like sketchy straight up. Yeah. Along the side. It's possible that Mexican Hat is best viewed from the ground. We're gonna walk around this bend.
Yeah.
Well, it is okay from here. I mean, there's this, like, you could probably get up and then get up and then get up, and then before you know it, you're too high and you're like, how the hell do I get back down? In the road, at least for the Haskins family, these giant rocks are what you have to climb up and like, up. And like, it's nothing but this. And then it's just a fall. So yeah. Now we're not gonna be able to see the top. Well, there's one way. We're willing to push ourselves and go do some amazing stuff, but there's a certain point that you get that you just kind of need to say, nope, I'm not gonna go that high. I still don't know how they got up there.
Well, we looked it up on All Trails because we were curious, you know, how in the world do you actually get up here? And there's a trail listed, and the reviews were funny to read through because they're all over the place. It was anywhere from, oh, this is easy peasy, to you'll die.
Yeah.
So, you know, we thought, all right, we'll go see for ourselves. But in the description of the hike, they called it a class 3 scramble. So basically any kind of a hike that deserves a class,
yeah, no doubt,
is probably a little more than we want to do.
Stella's cold.
She said, please.
So also near there is Goosenecks State Park. Is it state park?
Yeah.
Well, it's a state park, but it's more like
a parking lot.
A parking lot. It's the strangest state park that we've seen.
Yeah.
I think they're just capitalizing on where they're at, and for good reason. Amazing spot. You can also boondock here. It's like dry camping.
In the state park?
In the state park, but you can drive through the state park, which exits onto BLM land. And you can camp out there, and it's like on this whole...
It's like a peninsula
in the sky. So, and you're allowed to fly a drone there. between like November and March. So I took the drone up and we saw the area, and that's when I was like, no, we're not gonna drive anymore. Because when I saw how far we were up and then how there was like nothing on either side, like that was crazy. And you can camp out there. But oh man, and the internet wasn't bad out there. I was getting actually 1 to 2 megs a second. So I guess I lied. There is, well, no, that's here.
Oh boy.
We were talking about the other spot. See, it gets confusing when you move twice in 1 week. We usually don't move twice in 1 week, but that's kind of why we move on a Friday in case something doesn't work out. Like we don't get internet, then we have a second chance to move before the work week starts on Monday, because I have a 4-day work week. So we move on Friday, something doesn't work out, we're able to move again, and then we're able to have internet for the work week. So that's why we came up to Moab. But to wrap up Goosenecks, it was a cool place.
It was interesting, and you know, again, with the reviews, some people saying that maybe it's cooler than Horseshoe Bend, which was part of the reason why we went. We wanted to see what it was really all about. And I guess their thing is you have 2 turns in the river there. So instead of just the 1 loop, you get to see 2, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty unique. So I'm not sure which one was better. I don't know, maybe the one with the 2. I don't know, they're just kind of different. So
in the same kind of way.
In the same kind of way.
Yeah. Because
they're both animal names with curves.
And water.
And water. But yeah, beautiful area. And if you do not need internet and you're looking for like a vacation off the grid, there's an amazing plethora of spots to camp back on Valley of the God Road. And in the surrounding areas, most of it's like BLM land and state trust land. So you can find places to camp, but you're not going to have internet. So this is our second time in Moab. The first time we boondocked off of Willow Springs Trail, and it was the worst boondocking experience we've ever had.
Yeah, it was so busy.
It was.
And it was windy and it was hot, and there were just so many different things going on. But it was the busyness that killed it for us.
Yeah, like busy till like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Like there was no sleeping time.
No.
It was just all hours of the night. There was just no reprieve. So this time we came off of Klondike Bluff Road, which is a little further north. And there's like nobody here.
No.
1 or 2 people here.
But it's also February.
But yeah, it is also February. And we did also notice that Willow Springs Trail was relatively empty, at least from the road. We didn't drive back in there. But it seems like February, end of February, or beginning of March is like the time to come to the Moab area.
Yeah.
Everywhere has been void of people and quiet. Yeah. So we went and checked out Canyonlands. We went and checked out Arches. We drove through. We're not going to show you any of that. We want to show you the more off the beaten path stuff. Just the places that less people go to. So
we checked out the dinosaur tracks.
Oh, we did check out the dinosaur tracks. That's right. That was today. And that was kind of cool.
It was neat. Yeah.
Because I've never seen like a dinosaur skeleton before. Like even in a museum.
Oh, there were no skeletons there.
But I guess what I'm leading up to is like, I don't know, maybe part of me was like skeptical that there were dinosaurs. But when you see the footprint.
The footprints out in the open, you know, it's not something that has been curated in a museum.
Right.
Like this is legit
dinosaur footprints.
Yeah, it was pretty
really
cool.
It was really cool, and it's like 20 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
We also found this sand hill.
It's like Moab Sand Hill.
It's like a legitimate place on Google Maps.
Yeah.
Like right off the freeway.
Yeah, we drove past it on the way into Arches National Park, and of course the boys saw it, and what is that? There were kids running up and down it and playing, so we had to go and check it out.
It's tall.
It's like straight up.
200 feet, maybe? Yeah, thick sand. If you're in the area, bring a sled, maybe a piece of cardboard, if you're brave. Don't be like Parker and run down the hill and then like flail
He was windmilling down the, I don't even know what that was, but he didn't break, so that's good.
He didn't break. Yeah, so go check that out. And that's pretty much it for our Twin City stay during the week.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was a 2-hour drive up to Moab. We were able to find a nice spot. Well, a spot.
A spot.
They got an airport nearby, you have the train tracks nearby, and you have ice 191 out there, which you can barely hear the traffic from.
Yeah, you hear the train once a night, and the airport hasn't been a big deal at all.
And it's not. And then you have like a distant view of arches in the back, and then you have like these cool mountains. You're not going to be able to see it in here, maybe barely. But the La Salle Mountains, like way over there, they're snow-capped, which are really cool to see, especially this time of year. I guess that's it for here.
Yeah.
I guess it's on to the next spot. So we're going to Vegas, east of Vegas. We're gonna head out to Government Wash. There's a boondocking spot out there. Puts us in position to go see Lake Mead, Hoover Dam. Mostly because it's warm. It's like in the upper 60s there.
We have to. I'm about deserted out.
Yeah.
But we can't go any farther north just yet.
Yeah, we're ready to trek north, back into the mountains, back in the forest, back into our homey spot, but
our happy place.
We can't do that yet, so gotta hang out south of 70 for a while, at least maybe for another month. Then we're gonna trek into St. George, hang out there for a while, and then we're gonna head out to Colorado to have some special work done. Leading up to this, I am leading up to this. I'm gonna hint it at every video because it's happening. We paid for it. It's gonna be shipping, and it's gonna be awesome. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. We're almost at 100 subscribers, and that's kind of cool. Not like we're into the whole subscriber thing. We just want to share our travels, make cool videos, but there are lots of you that are subscribed, so if you have, thank you very much, and we're gonna have some cool stuff coming. So we'll see you next week.